There's a reason that so many people got excited when Luke Skywalker returned in The Mandalorian, because in a lot of ways it was a return to form. It was the Luke Skywalker that everybody had wanted to see for a long time, is Jedi Master Luke, really taking care of business. It's how he should have looked in The Last Jedi. Instead, we got the Luke that drinks green milk and is a hermit who gave up on life, basically, and that's not what people wanted to see. But of course, they wanted to subvert expectations. And this is really only the start of it. In a lot of the novelizations and comics, it's almost like Lucasfilm has gone out of their way to kind of diminish his victories. A really good example of this is in one of the recent books. There's a scene where I think it was two of the what do they call it? The Resistance or whatever, or New Republic people. They were talking about the destruction of the first Death Star. And instead of praising Luke for destroying it, they talked about how it wasn't really Luke that led to the destruction of the Death Star. It was the girl from Rogue One. She's the real hero of that story. That's just one of the little things that there's a whole bunch, but this is just one of many. It's just little things here and there that they've just done to kind of peck away at the legacy of Luke Skywalker. I don't think that they ever really understood like how important and loved Luke is. There's this crazy rumor floating around I want to go over. This is from WDW Pro over on Pirate and Princesses. This guy's actually leaked out some pretty good stuff consistently, which really makes me want to take a look at this, because this is some weird stuff. There's these rumors that there's like factions at Lucasfilm, and I don't know how much I believe that, but it is kind of fun to talk about. It's almost like a fun conspiracy story or something. But I do think that there are a lot of woke weirdos at Lucasfilm that want to see Luke Skywalker diminished and replaced completely in the fandom because of the fact that, well, he's a white male. And, you know, there's this crazy rumor now that Disney's putting a ban on those types of leads on films and all kinds of stuff. So this is a weird rumor that I kind of think might have something to it. So let me go over this report here. It's cute when people decide to send private group messages behind the scenes, berating huge groups of their customers and never thinking that some of the recipients might not be so on board. Thus, it is that I'm bringing to you another substantial rumor that Lucasfilm and Disney post about Lucasfilm and Disney post Mandalorian Season 2. In case you're not up to speed on how much certain segments of Lucasfilm actually despise traditional Star Wars fans, take a look at the last brouhaha. And this is, of course, referring to Star Wars Theory and the Pablo Hidalgo stuff. But I'm told that the public displays of resentment towards grown men reacting to their childhood hero are just the tip of the iceberg. Behind the scenes, large swaths of Kathleen Kennedy loyalists are messaging back and forth about their disdain for Luke Skywalker, a Caucasian male, being brought back in any valiant form. In fact, I'm even told that individuals at Lucasfilm have been reading articles here on Pirates and Princesses, as well as watching videos on Clownfish TV, and are now actively planning on how they can roadblock the retcon attempts of Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau to make Luke Skywalker a hero once more. The Hidalgos of Lucasfilm are not about to let Star Wars go back to what it once was, which The Mandalorian is kind of trying to do. In fact, I think a lot of these shows that are coming out are doing a pretty good job. Like, I actually like a lot of the shows they announced at that investor meeting. Like, I'm kind of excited to watch a lot of those shows. If they're good, they're good. I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to the Rangers show, Ahsoka, and of course the Boba Fett show, season 3 of The Mandalorian. There was a lot of stuff in there. I like Acolytes, not so much. Bad Batch, not so much. I'm kind of over Clone Wars stuff. I'll still watch it and give it a shot, but Rangers and Ahsoka, Boba Fett, Mandalorian season 3, I'm all on board for those shows. And then there's, of course, a rumor of a Luke show, which they could do. I would rather them use deepfake technology than the CGI stuff, the de-aging stuff. We'll see what they do. But The idea here is that they want to retcon The Last Jedi to make his actions in that movie a way to protect Grogu, and then bring Grogu back in the future in some kind of trilogy and reboot the Jedi Order and basically turn Luke Skywalker into a hero, make his actions heroic. And that's what this paragraph right here is basically about. So basically they want to retcon Luke Skywalker's actions in The Last Jedi and make it so the reason that he was really there was as a distraction to protect Grogu, who will return as an adult figure, probably as a Jedi Master at some point, and rebuild the Jedi and so on and so on. But apparently these weirdos want to change that. They want to canonize concepts before this can be done to keep Luke as a failed hermit loser on that planet. To, as they put right here, attempts to subvert Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni and keep Luke a loser. I've heard this before. I've heard the reactions from a lot of these weirdos, particularly like the story group that Pablo Hidalgo works with. They don't like the huge reaction. And there was a huge reaction to the return of Luke Skywalker. He trended for like 2 days. People loved it. It really showed the popularity of Luke Skywalker, which you think wouldn't need to be shown. But it was eye-opening, I think, for a lot of people and for Lucasfilm. And if this is to believe, there's people working to make sure that this won't happen. So they'll use graphic novels and comic books and novelizations to push, as they quote here, the Last Jedi narrative even harder. The goal is to canonize concepts in the coming years that would prevent Luke and Grogu from being the future heroes that Favreau has planned. These people are incensed that the reaction to Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian has been incredible. I sort of think their attempts to subvert Jon Filoni will fail. Jon Favreau will fail, but we'll see. Now, if you can believe it, there is additionally a rumored movement from within Lucasfilm and parts of Disney that are pushing for the cancellation of any Caucasian male that leads in any future feature-length films for the foreseeable future. I don't know how much I believe that, but I do think that there's for sure a bunch of weirdos at Lucasfilm that probably don't like the popularity of Luke. They want Rey to be the chosen loved one, which it's not happening at all. People can't stand that dumb character. She's pretty horrible character, but I don't need to get into that. There's plenty of stuff on why she is. The point here is, I mean, it's up to you if you choose to believe this or not. I think it's interesting. I do think that there are people that don't like Luke and detest him because of just the culture of things that are going on right now. Whether or not this turns out to be true or false, I guess we'll find out in time. Graphic novels, Marvel would for sure be on board with making Luke look like trash, because they've been making a lot of the characters that are similar to Luke, if you know what I'm saying, look like trash for some time. See no further than Tony Stark in the comic books. So we'll see what happens. Oh, and look what they did to Captain America not that long ago when they turned him into a Neezy. Anyway, we'll see if this turns out to be true. I think there might be something to it because WDW Pro is a supposed insider who's been pretty damn credible in the past. So we shall see. Anyway, like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.